Alrighty. Oh, damn. What is up, guys? I've been slacking a little bit on the videos. It's been real busy, and been forgetting my camera everywhere. I forgot it the first day of Alan's clutch install. I brought it the second day, but even then we were so busy I couldn't really do too much recording because I don't know, no one likes holding the camera too much, and everyone was helping, so there just wasn't nobody to... Heard a little fart can. But today I'm going to be doing a wideband on the Lexus. The sensor that I got with my wideband went out. It was only on there a couple months, which I was a little skeptical about, but doing some research, it might be the placement that caused it to short out a little bit earlier than usual. It's not pointing up, but it is at a 90-degree angle. And apparently you want your wideband to be on a little bit of a decline, incline, either way, you want it to be pointing down a little bit, so, because what will happen is moisture can actually accrue, wow, big vocabulary, wow. Moisture can collect on the inside of your sensor, and then when you go to crank it up, boom, it shorts out. That's probably what happened to mine. I'm not 100% sure. All I know is it stopped working. So I picked up one today from Napa. The part number is the crossover part number from the one I got off of the GlowShift website. So I'm about to take my old one off and double check it, make sure the connectors are the same so it'll plug right in, and then see if it works. If not, I got it for cheaper than what GlowShift wanted on the website. And then when I was there in Napa trying to find the right part number for the girl at Napa, Advance had it for $68, but it wasn't in stock. So we'll just see. But I'm about to put this thing on the tripod, and then we'll get started. Sorry for my butt crack, but all right. Let's see if we can crawl up under here and see it. Hopefully the exhaust still isn't too hot. Oh yeah. Oh man. That thing is actually, battery on my phone is too low. Come on, awesome camera. All right, there she is. She's actually in a perfect spot, angled down, so no moisture could accrue in it. So I don't know why it went bad. Maybe it just went bad because it sat on the shelf for, oh, come on camera. It sat on the shelf for a long time. And I just got a bad dud. So I'm gonna swap it out real quick. Man, you can see my buddy Dan did a great job on this 3-inch all the way out. Look at all that. And this did a couple pie cuts, and then oh, don't look at that exhaust hanger. We knocked it out in like 2 hours. So I'm gonna get this thing off real quick and pick it back up. All right, we got that guy out. I used my dad's special O2 sensor wrench. Shout out to my dad. But I'm gonna undo the zip ties because I had this thing zip tied up real nice so it wouldn't get burned up, and it runs all the way into the kick panel right above us, above the passenger side foot panel, I guess would be the correct term for it. I'm gonna pre-drop the new one down so it's hanging down here, and then I'll take everything out from above. I might get the new one screwed in and everything and just take it from there. Alright, so I pulled this sensor up here, and this is the new one. And as you can tell, it's 0258007. Oh, come on. 057. And then Come on. We got 5707 or 707, a bunch of numbers, and this is the old one that was existing, and it says 982/go, which does kind of match this one. This one says 980-G. Another thing I've noticed is the length of wire is already a good bit shorter than the one that this came with. So I'm going to take the connector out and just double check that all the wires are pinned the same, and that the connector is the same, because if not, I'm probably going to end up taking this guy back and getting the exact correct one that I'll need, just because the length of wire was nice, and that's just the way I want to do it. So I already took the zip ties off here. This is where the old one goes. I just gotta take the kick panel off the inside. All right, so this kick panel comes down pretty easy. You just gotta yank on it. There we go. Undo this little light bulb so we don't stretch out his wires. All right, now probably can't see this, but this was extra, and oh, here we go. You probably can't. Here we go. This is the connector for it right here. So I'm gonna pop it loose. Hopefully, where is? Hold on, give me 1 second. Where is? There we go. Now let's try to pull it out from the back here. Hopefully it's not wrapped up. Nope, I'm not even aiming where I'm grasping at. Here, let's just pop this whole guy down and through. Damn, I'm really bad at aiming the camera. All right, so I will say the connectors are already different. This one is quite a bit larger. If you can see the difference there. So it looks like I'm taking this new one back. It just kind of sucks because it was 71 bucks, and now I gotta drive the Jeep over there because I got a big hole where this O2 sensor is supposed to go. So I'm gonna get this thing kind of set down, or I mean I got a jack stand on it, so it should be fine. I'm gonna set this thing down on the jack stand and go start the old man Jeep up real quick, so so we can go grab a new one. All right, great news. You can only get that sensor online. This obviously is the one that I was gonna get. Part number 17014 is like super common at auto parts stores. And the lady at Napa told me it was the only one that crossed over, like a part number match, crossover, whatever. It's the only one that crossed over. So the wire was way too short. Connector was way too big. Other than that, they looked identical. I called up Advance in Monroe, right down the street, like 7 miles. But they had it, but they could only get it in Denso and like NTK. And they wanted 250 bucks for it. So I'm probably gonna end up either getting an A off Amazon because I love Amazon, or B directly off the Glow Shift website. That's probably the cheapest I've been able to find it so far, is $85 off the Glow Shift website. I gotta see how much Amazon wants for it, but that will basically end this video. I'm just gonna leave the Lexus up on this jack stand because if I can get it from Amazon, it'll basically be here by the end of the week. And I'll just drive the Jeep to work. Thankfully, oh, where's it at? You can just see the roof. Thankfully, I got two vehicles. Either that or be taking the bike. So, that's it for this video. So, I'll probably end up throwing this at the beginning, at the end of another video, or I might just make this a video of itself, just have something put up for the day. So, All right, what is up, guys? So I think I dropped off when I was doing the wideband sensor on the Lexus, and it came up that I couldn't get it anywhere but online. I ended up finding it on Amazon. It came literally the next day. Shout out Amazon. Well, actually, not shout out Amazon, because they said they delivered it to my house. They took a picture, and it was not my porch. I was then like, this is probably way too close to my face. I was like, well, that's not my porch that they took a picture of my package sitting on, and it was my neighbor's. For some reason, they thought that that was my house, and I had to go over there and snag it off of his porch without him knowing. You didn't hear that. Anywho, I got the new sensor in. I didn't take any video of it because A, it was late when I got home. B, it rained all day, so it was wet. And C, I just slapped it in real quick. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go for a little ride, do a couple pulls, just honestly just so I can have something to end this video with. So I'm gonna hop in the car real quick. All right. Let's see. So it's nice actually seeing numbers instead of just a 3. Let it warm up a little bit. Come on, baby. It's got a an auto calibration feature, so it takes about 30 seconds every time you crank it up for it to read. Boom, look at that. And it is a little crispy out today, plus it's a little cold, which you think it would be running a little fat, but I have been driving around all day today. Don't mind all the work stuff in my passenger seat, but she's reading pretty good. We're in the optimal range at idle, so let me back this thing out of my driveway and we'll go for a quick little spin. Let this thing warm up just a wee bit, but I'm gonna keep the camera on the gauge. You guys can see it sweeping as I come on and off the gas and the different loads and whatnot. Then I'll come off the gas, back on it. Off the gas, and the only reason it reads dead 20 when I'm off the gas, even though the engine is still running, is because what happens is it cuts fuel when you're off the gas just idling. So, you know, it's not that your engine's about to blow up. You see, look, here it comes back. It's just that the computer, the factory computer, is cutting the fuel. So there's no biggie to worry about. Now, if you're under power, because you can see as I get it, if I add, see how it starts. Ooh-wee. See, that's nice. If you're starting to see about 14 under boost, under load, you're getting on it and you're seeing 14. That's actually running lean. You want to be in the 12s, at least from what I've heard and seen. You want to be in the 12s to under load and boost, so that you don't blow anything up. You have enough fuel going in there. Whew, hit a little bit of a boost cut. Oh, got a school bus. just, I think there was one hiccup, and that was, hold on, let me be a little bit more personal with you guys. There was one hiccup that happened, and that was after we drove to Grid Life. I ran the autocross, and I was running it pretty hard. I mean, you know, doing some pretty hard pulls on the autocross track, even though you don't get a lot of straightaways, but I was pushing it pretty hard, especially for, I mean, I just got the motor done, and then drove it across, I mean, not cross country, but drove it a couple states over. After that day, under boost, she started misfiring a little bit, and you could hear it in the exhaust note and everything. I was a little worried that I goofed up a turbo, but luckily it was just a I got it home, I drove it home, you know, couldn't beat on it or nothing, and it ended up being the spark plugs. Original spark plugs, you know, this motor has up to 60,000 on it, so 60,000 miles, maybe more, who knows. The gap on them was horrendous. The ground strap was a solid 1/8 inch away from the, frick, I don't even know what you call the piece in the middle, but anyway, the gap was way too wide, and what was happening was I was actually blowing the spark out. Put new plugs in it. I gapped them all to a recommended setting. There's like there's a range. I got the plugs for if you're running a little bit more boost than stock, because you want it to be a step colder, to keep everything nice and in check so you don't detonate. But after that, I put new wires on it. I kept the stock coils were fine, so I just put new wires on it. Oh, my arm's getting a little tired. But after that, man, this thing has run with no hiccups whatsoever. She's just been beautiful. Oh, we gotta stop it. Damn, that's another thing I love about this car is the brakes. Holy shit. A little bit of boost cut. So, we got a school bus, of course. We might have to try to shoot around this thing at some point. Hold on. Got the little kiddies getting off the bus. Oh, geez. Look at that. 13, 14 at idle. 14 and a half. Cracking 15. That is perfect. This thing is running mint. Our temperature's in good. We got premium oil pressure at idle. I will say this thing shoots up to like 90 psi. God, this steering wheel looks so good on camera. Love it. Just love it. We'll have to see if we can shoot around this school bus once we get in a passing zone. So, lucky us, the bus is turning. Perfect. And of course, I turn the camera off as soon as the bus tries to make a stop. And you have to stop when the bus turns its red lights on and puts a little stop sign out. I mean, it is highly illegal for you to do that. And a guy blew straight through it, had no idea what he was doing. Let's give it a nice little punch. Oh yeah, boys. Here we go. It's a nice curvy section. Oh buddy. Hopefully we ain't got no troopers up here. Oh, we're getting a little bumble out of the exhaust. Oh yeah, buddy. I wish I had an actual mount for this thing instead of having to one hand each device, aka the car in my left hand, the camera in the right. Oh yeah. 55 miles an hour on through these turns. I'll just say 55 miles an hour is just the perfect speed for this road. I will tell you that. If you go any faster than 55, I don't know. I don't think you'd be able to stay on it. I think you'd end up flying off into the ditch. There might be a beamer behind us that's trying to play around a wee bit. Oh yeah, he's trying to play, boy. He couldn't keep up. Nah, we got traffic. Now we got traffic. Let's see. It looks like he's just in a stock little beamy back there, like a 330, 328. Hopefully, it'd be cool if he watches YouTube. I put it up here and he finds it. Shout out to the guy that was trying to hang with me in the turns. I'm gonna put emphasis on trying. Goodbye, Beamer guy that was driving aggressively with us, doing 55 the whole time, you know. Oh yeah. This thing shifts so nice under boost. It's an automatic A340. Haven't done anything to it. No shift kit. But it does have an electronic pressure, like the pressure. What am I trying to say? The input from the throttle is controlled electronically. So the more throttle you have, the harder it's going to shift. And when you are under boost and you are in the throttle, this thing shifts firm. Alright, so this is that little section. You can just see how tight this is. And then we have this part right here. I mean, it would be perfect for some slides. And it is just oh so beautiful out here. Oh so beautiful. I mean, nothing but fields. There's a couple, looks like someone went off into the field over there. But this is one thing I just love about living in North Carolina, is being in the country, having these roads to drive with not too many people on it. See a nice little curved area right here, minus the stop sign that's immediately after. So we're gonna head back to the house. Let's see. We don't want to pull out in front of anyone, but we are going to pull out in front of this guy. Running up on traffic. How's that gauge looking? Lean. Hit that fucking yellow light. Let's see, how are we at idle still? Looking crispy. Perfect temp. Perfect oil pressure. Don't have no tunes going because I didn't set up my phone before we got in. So we're pulling up on the homestead now. We got the cow pasture across the street. Oh look, we got a couple little youngins. Ain't nobody home. Gotta try to pull into my ever so treacherous gravel driveway without freaking ripping anything off. Got the good old Jeep. Oh, where's it at? There it is. Got my dad's FJ. He took our landlord's car to work today, so I think he needed brakes or something. Let this thing idle down a little bit, let those turbos cool. Oh, while they're doing that, so this happened the other day, aka yesterday, and you can probably already see it. That oh so beautiful, let's see, oh so beautiful dent. So, I don't know what did it, and I almost would have had to been a truck. But I had this thing backed into a parking spot, and I came back out, and there is this rather large dent in my door. It almost looks like, and because I was in Mint Hill when this happened, it almost looks like a big old diesel truck or something pulled into the spot, and his front bumper just must have just pushed the door in as he was turning in, and then he must have just decided to leave. So there wasn't any cameras I could see in the lot. I mean, I'm not incredibly worried about it. I mean, I do love the thing to death, but it is my beater. Not my beater, but because I take care of all my vehicles equally. But it just I can get damn, I cannot talk today, can I? I can get a suction cup from work. We have a couple, especially for like moving glass panes and stuff around. And I'm gonna put that suction cup on there. It's pretty strong. It looks identical to a suction cup that a body guy would use. And trust me, I was in a body shop store the other day, and it was sitting on the wall. I was like, wow, that is identical to the one we got. So I'm gonna probably use that, stick it on there, see if I can't pull most of it out. And then my boy Royce, he's not really a boy, he's a grown-ass man, but he repainted the hood on the Jeep for me after the hurricane because of all the rain we got, all the rock chips, all that water soaked in between the clear coat and the base coat, and when it sat in the sun, when I drove it to work the next day, it lifted all of the clear coat off of my hood, and it looked god-awful. It was bad. Luckily, that day, I went and dropped off the hood to him. He had it done that next week because he was painting some gloss black stuff for a semi-truck. Shout out to Royce King, King's Paint and Auto Body. They're out here in Monroe. Chris is my friend, who's Royce's son. He used to work there. He doesn't now. Still does good work. Royce is an artist when it comes to paint. And then I also got my boy Bobby. Shout out to Bobby. I haven't had you do anything for me yet, but I might need you to do some stuff for me on this thing. I don't know. He makes some pretty nice VIP trays as well. If you need custom VIP trays, hit him up. I don't know off the top of my head what his company for the shelves is. So sorry, Bobby, about that one. But that's going to be it for this video. Basically, I don't got really anything else much to do. Probably need to clean up the carport because it looks like a freaking shithole. But it is what it is. Oh, how about this? I'm selling this. 2,500 beans, 99 CBR 600, ready to go. Still got fresh tires on it. They're just starting to get a flat spot. Other than that, it's got a full Akrapovic exhaust on it. I have a brand new clutch to go in it because I think it's the original one. It's got 18,000 miles on it, which for one of these 99 older bikes is like great. My buddy had one a couple years ago, it had 50,000 miles on it. And that's about time to do a motor. This thing, it runs awesome. I am looking to sell it. I'll probably have an ad on Craigslist, but I'm probably about to make it right now, so I won't have a link in the description unless I can put it in afterwards. Who knows? I'm new to this whole YouTube uploading videos and whatnot, so we'll just have to see. But I think that's it. Like, leave a comment, talk some shit. I don't care. Just say whatever the hell you want. Say something. Just say what's up. Say hey. If you're in the Charlotte area, Monroe area, Indian Trail area, let me know where you're at. Maybe next time we're at a meet. Cars and Coffee. We do every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There's the Ronnie Clark meets uptown. So if you see this video and you go to those meets, subscribe, take it easy. Oh, there's a guy doing some. The landlord's doing some. Got a guy doing some yard work over here. I'm over here yelling. But damn, this is a very long outro. Like, subscribe, comment whatever the freak you want, and that's it.